Om Agnānatimirāndasya Gnānāṅjana-śalākaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya-manobishtam sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupah kada mahyam dadati swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakānvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dīnabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Ancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees for today's session. So Jivātmā course in this session number 8 is going on. Today will be the session number 8. Today I want to discuss there is Shakti. Shakti is there in the Jivātmā. Gnana Shakti is there. It's not just simply Gnana Matram. Gnana Matram means it's like Advaitins. They say Brahman is Gnanam, but there is no Shakti. There is no Shakti. It's just consciousness. There is no Shakti in that. So, Shakti. Jivātmā is also what? Shakti. In the Jivātmā, Shaktitvam is there. Jivātmā is what kind of Shakti? Gnana Shakti. Okay? You can write also. Jivātmā is Shakti. What kind of Shakti? Gnana Shakti. So, in that Gnana Shakti, what is there? Gnana Shaktitvam is there. What Advaitins they say? So, Brahman is Gnana Matram. Brahman is Gnana Matram. That is their understanding. They don't accept that Gnanam is Shakti. And in that Shaktitvam is there. That is they are not accepting. So we are in the journey of establishing Jivātmā is nothing but Gnana Shakti. In that Shaktitvam is there. This is the quality of the Jivātmā. This is the quality of the Jivātmā. Means Jivātmā is not Jada. Jadatvam is not there in the Jivātmā. It is a purely what? Gnana Shakti. That's why what is there in that Jivātmā? Gnana Shaktitvam is there. Okay. These terms are little bit technical terms. You should use those terms as it is. Jivātmā is not Jadaha. That means Jadatvam is not there in the Jivātmā. Jivātmā is not Vikari. Jivātmā is not Gnana Matratmakaha. Jivātmā is not Gnana Matratmaka, means is not just simply consciousness without any Shakti. No. That is we are discussing. Na? So that point we were discussing. In yesterday's class, we discussed Jivātmā is not just Gnana Matratmakaha, but there is, so Shaktitvam. Jivātmā is Gnana Shakti, and in that Gnana Shaktitvam is there. So how we established? You all know. So Jivātmā is Gnana Shakti, and that Gnana Shakti is multiply seen. By what? Because of, yes, Indriyas. Because of the force of the Indriyas. Indriya Balena Vikalpitam. So because of the Indriyas, it appears into the Nila Gnanam, Pita Gnanam. That means this is a book, this kind of knowledge. This is a pen, this kind of knowledge. This is also Gnana. This is a pen, this is a Gnana. This is the book. This is also one Gnana. But these are all what? Vrittis only. These are all Vrittis. But Jivātmā is what? Is purely Gnana Shakti. How can you establish there is a Gnana Shakti is there? Because when the senses and Antakarana are coming in contact with this Gnana Shakti of the Jivātmā. See, I am using the two different ways. Sometimes I am saying Jivātmā is Gnana Shakti, and sometimes I say Jivātmā is possessing the Gnana Shakti. You are feeling any inconvenience for that? Are you feeling any inconvenience for that? What I am saying, in some cases, in some times, I am saying Jivātmā is nothing but the Gnana Shakti. And sometimes I am saying Jivātmā possesses the Gnana Shakti. So do you feel any inconvenience for that? You should feel inconvenience. Jivātmā is nothing but Gnana Shakti, you are saying sometimes. And Jivātmā possesses the Gnana Shakti. How to understand this? If you are feeling inconvenience, then why you are not asking? I should only ask your inconvenience, and I only should answer your answer. I only answer that. Very good. Anyway. That's true, actually. Whatever the usage we are doing, that's very much true. Jivātmā is nothing but what? Jnana Shakti. How to? Jivātmā is Jnana Shakti, Jivātmā possesses Jnana Shakti. How to understand this? Jivātmā is Jnana Shaktivan. This is saying that this is Jivātmā possesses Jnana Shakti means the one who possesses Shakti is known what? Shaktiman. Is Shaktiman. And Jivātmā is Jnana Shakti means is Shakti. Jivātmā is Shakti and also Jivātmā is Shaktiman. Is it true or not? It's true. What is the problem in this? Like in the case of Lord. Lord is what? Is Shaktiman. And Lord is also Shakti. What kind of Shakti? Swarupa Shakti. Is a Swarupa Shakti. What kind of Shakti this is? This is a Swarupa Shakti. So what is our Siddhanta? Our Siddhanta is Achintya, Veda, Abheda. Veda and Abheda, both are there. That means, if there is a Shaktiman is there, and Shakti is there. So Veda and Abheda is there in between whom? Veda and Abheda is there in between the Shakti and Shaktiman. Shakti and Shaktiman both are different. And also, Shakti and Shaktiman both are Abheda. That means non-different. So this kind of relationship is there. What kind of relationship is there between the Shakti and Shaktiman? Veda-Bheda relationship is there. So our Siddhanta, you write in our So what is our Siddhanta? There is Veda and Abheda relationship. Veda and Abheda relationship is there. Between Shakti and Shaktiman. How there is a two opposite relationships are possible between two people, between any two entities? How two opposite relationships are possible? Is it possible? Like there are the two entities are there. So person X and some person Y is there. Is it possible for this person, she is wife and also she is sister? Is it possible? That kind of relationship? It's not possible. It's not possible. No? To Viruddha. Otherwise, so one woman is there, she is there, and male is there. She is mother and also she is sister. She is mother and she is sister. How it is possible? Is it possible? Simultaneously two opposite, impossible relationships. So here, what kind of relationship is there between the Shaktiman and Shakti? Veda relationship is there and also Abheda relationship. How it is possible, man? But it is possible. So that's why this relationship is what? This relationship is achintya. That means it's inconceivable. That means it's beyond your logic. Logically, if you see between any two entities, either one relationship is possible or two relationships also possible, but those should not be contradictory. But here, Veda, Shakti and Shaktiman are having the Veda relationship. That means both are different. And Shakti and Shaktiman are also a Veda relationship. Is there? But both are opposite. How between the same two, so the two different opposite relationships are possible. According to our logic will not allow this kind of thing. So that's why to say that your logic is not going to reconcile this, what word we are using? Achintya word we are using. That means what you should understand from this relationship is, so this Veda relationship is, next point is what? Veda relationship is what? Achintya. Why the word achintya is used, you understood? The relationship, the Veda relationship is Veda and Abheda relationship is achintya. Is achintya. Why you are using the word achintya? Because these two entities, Shakti and Shaktiman, two entities, are possessing the two opposite relationships. So, which are beyond the logic. Then, between two entities, two opposite relationships, how it is possible? It's not possible. So, that's why it is beyond logic. So, to convey that it's beyond logic, that relationship is the beyond logic, to convey that, the word achintya is kept. So that's why what is our Siddhanta? Achintya Veda. So it is applied to everywhere. This Jivātmā is Shakti and Jivātmā is also Shaktiman. So that means simultaneously Jivātmā is Shakti also. Simultaneously Jivātmā is possessor of that Shakti also. That means there is a difference between the Jivātmā, and when you say Jivātmā possesses the Shakti, then you are showing the difference. Shakti is different and Shaktiman is different. Like if you say, this is my pen, that means you are different and pen is different. When you say Jivātmā possesses the Shakti, then what is established here? Jivātmā possesses Jnana Shakti means difference is established here. Difference is said between what? Between the Jivātmā and Shakti. Is said between Jivātmā and Shakti. And if you say Jivātmā is Jnana Shakti, so non-difference is said. Non-difference is said. Is said between Jivātmā and Shakti. Is it clear? So when you say Jivātmā is Jnana Shakti, what is said there? Non-difference. When you say Jivātmā possesses Shakti, then what is said? Difference is said between the Shakti and Shaktiman. Jivātmā became Shaktiman and Jnana Shakti became Shakti. So then how to reconcile? Because Siddhanta is what? So we already accepted. That means Shastra is only saying. So this kind of thing. So that's why we built this. To reconcile this, we built the philosophy. Shakti and Shaktiman both are different and also non-different, and that relationship is beyond logic. This is the philosophy. By using this, any statement in the Shastra you can easily reconcile. There is no problem at all. It's a very powerful tool actually. This is the Achintya Bheda Veda. Very powerful tool. So now, it is also understood very easily. You can understand this is very easily. There is sun is there. Sun is nothing but what? Is simply light. You also say sun is light. That means sun is light energy. And also you say sun possesses the light. Or sun emanates the light. Sun possesses light. Sun is nothing but what? Is full of light. So here also in the regular day usage also you are doing. That means our Siddhanta and the Shastra words are not beyond the. So or can be understood by your day-to-day. So Vyavahara also. By day-to-day your usage. You say sun is light. And sun possesses the light. You say this too. That means when you say sun is light, you are not showing the difference between the sun and its light. And when you say sun possesses the light, you are showing the difference. Sun is a Shaktiman, light one, like Dhanavan, like light one, Kantiman. And also sun is Kanti. So don't worry. Jivātmā is, for us, no problem. Advaitins, they have problem. If they accept Brahman is Shakti, Brahman possesses the Shakti, if they accept, gone. Then Shakti is different and Brahman is different. Veda is, they should accept the Veda in their philosophy. But their philosophy is Abheda. Only Abheda is there in their philosophy. What is their philosophy? Advaitam, that means no Veda. If to make it all the time Abheda without falling that, they don't want to make the Abheda philosophy to fall down. So for that, they cannot accept this Shakti of Brahman. But Brahman is actually Shaktiman. Brahman is nothing but Lord, Bhagavan. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti Shabdyate. So Brahman is Bhagavan actually. So there is no difference. That means Shaktiman actually. He is Shaktiman. That's absolute truth. Brahman means absolute truth is Shaktiman. But their understanding of absolute truth is only Gnanam. And if you ask, there is any Shakti in that Gnanam? Sorry, is it that Gnanam is Shakti? That Gnanam is Shakti? Shaktitvam is there in that? If you ask them, then they say there is no Shaktitvam in that. It is simply Gnanam. That's all. You are understanding this point, what I am saying? If you ask them, according to your philosophy, absolute truth is you are also accepting Shakti. In that Shakti, you are also accepting Gnanam. Absolute truth is nothing but Gnanam. They are accepting Satyam, Gnanam, Anantam, Brahma. Brahma means absolute truth. That is the Gnanam. They are also accepting. And if you ask them, so is it that Shakti? That means, can you say that Brahman is nothing but Gnanam? Can you call it as a Shakti? They say, oh, no, it's not Shakti. No, so it's a simply consciousness. And if you ask that, so is there any Shaktitvam in that? If you accept Jnana is Shakti, in that what should be their Shaktitvam? They say there is no Shaktitvam. And if you ask them, you are accepting Brahman as Gnanam, in that is there any Gnanatvam? If you ask, there is no quality of Gnanatvam in that. No, it's just Gnanam. If they accept Gnanatvam, then the trouble will come. So Gnana and Gnanatvam, two things. Means consciousness, they don't want to accept. Two things will come. This is their Siddhanta. So here, Jivātmā Muni is rejecting. Jivātmā you should not consider like the way Advaitins they consider the absolute truth. So it is not like that. It is nothing but what? Gnana Shakti. It is nothing but Gnana Shakti. Because how to establish that? It is spreading entire body. Sarvadehe, Sarvada Shashvat. Sarvada Shashvat means so Sarvatra Shashwata. What is there actually? Sloka, what it is telling? Sarvatra Shashwata. You see this? Sarvatra Shashwat means Sarvatra. In the entire body, that the Shakti is spreading. So that's why Jivātmā is Shaktiman also. You can say no problem. And also you can say Shakti also. Like sun is nothing but full of light. Sun is also light wall, Kantiman. Like that you can take. This Jivātmā, from it, that Gnanam is spreading. That means you are considering Jivātmā as Shaktiman. Okay? Gnana Shaktiman. Shaktivan, Gnana Shaktivan. So that Gnana Shakti is spreading. Entire body. Sarvatra Shashvat. Sarvatra means what we took? Sarvatra means everywhere. Everywhere of what? In the body. Sarvatra means Dehe. You are seeing na? Deha. Sarvatra means entire body. Shashvat means all the time. All the time it is spreading. Yesterday one devotee is asking, what is the role of Paramatma? If Jivātma's Shakti is only spreading entire body, and then what is the role of Paramatma? They are asking. But here you have to understand one point. I answered him, but I want to answer to all you also. Good question actually. So this Jivātma's, this Gnana Shakti, how it is spreading entire body? Is it spreading by itself? No. It is spreading by the Shakti of the Paramatma. So, example I can give, like in your room, there is on the corner, there is a one. So, you lighten the agarbatti. Agarbatti jala rahe. Okay? So, then that aroma from that agarbatti is coming and reaching to your nose. How that aroma is coming? That aroma is spreading through the air. So on the air it is floating. Similarly, Gnana Shakti of the Jivātmā is floating on the Paramatma Shakti. Okay? If Paramatma withdraw his Shakti in any one part, then in that part of that body, the Gnana Shakti of the Jivātmā will not enter and it will become paralyzed. There is no sensation at all. It means the Jiva's consciousness, Gnana Shakti is nothing but you can take as a consciousness, is floating on the Gnana Shakti of the Paramatma. Okay? There is a role of Paramatma. This, in the Paramatma Sandarbha only it is discussed actually, in the Sarva Samvadi. The role of the Jivātmā and Paramatma is discussed. It's a very technical analysis actually. This concept is not only ours, it is the Advaitins, it is the concept of the Madhvas and all the Vaishnava Sampradayas, they accept this. Many, so books, Jiva Goswami referred previous acharyas who are previous to him. Jiva Goswami also not a speculator actually. He is also everything he is speaking based upon the Bhagavatam and Vriddha Vaishnavas, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, and all other acharyas, previous acharyas who are there. So based upon their Siddhantas only, so he established our Siddhanta. Okay. So now what? This is floating na entire body. Sarvatra Shashvat. Anapayupalabdhi matram prano yatindriya balena kalpitam. This, when all the senses and our antakarana, which is there in your, it's antakarana in your heart. So they became active actually. This Gnana Shakti is of what? Jivātmā Gnana Shakti is spreading entire body, and now Indriyas senses are working actually. Otherwise, is there any role of the senses? They cannot work. And then the sense objects are coming in contact with these senses. Then what will happen? Then there is a vritti is happened. Neelakara vritti. That means this is book. If we see the book, then this is book. That kind of vritti is formed. And you feel this, then you are knowing about that object. This object is book. That kind of knowledge is generated. But this knowledge is where? Is there in the Antakarana. So this knowledge is generated with the what? With the help of, because of what? Because the Jnana Shakti of the Jivātmā is accompanying the Antakarana. And on top of that, what this Jivātmā is feeling? Being illusioned by Maya, it is thinking that vritti is himself. That means, if you ask, what I am saying here, you can ask a question actually. I am saying that Jivātmā is Jnana Shakti, I am saying. So what is that Jnana? You can ask. So that Jnana is nothing but I am soul. This is the Jnana actually. But now that is not known by that Jivātmā. Okay? So why? Because he is illusion. He is covered by the Maya. He is covered by the Maya. That is Maya's avidya. So here yesterday we said Sat Vikalpitam Indriya Balena. So because of being illusioned by Maya, being covered by the avidya, which is product of the Maya, then Jivātmā is, so that vritti it is thinking as himself. But actually those vrittis are there in only in Antakarana. They are not there in the soul. This is blue, this is black. This kind of knowledge is not stored in the Jivātmā. No. That's not the inherent inherent to, that knowledge is not inherent to the Jivātmā. No. Only claiming. Claiming happens, that's all. After that, we discussed one more sloka actually. Punaihi vichitraha srijatim sarupaha prakritim prajaha vilokya mumuhe sadyaha saiha jnana guhaya. What it means? So I have to explain this again. Here, saha mumuhe. Saha mumuhe. Saha kaha? Who is that? Jivaha. Jivātmā. Mumuhe means bewilders. Jivātmā bewilders. I don't know. Bewilders is active voice or passive? Bewildered I should use. Not Jivātmā will not bewilder. Oh, mumuhe. Jivātmā got bewildered. Okay. Jivātmā got bewildered. Jivātmā got bewilderment. Because English words have less words actually. It's not rich language. So there is a problem actually. Mumuhe is the active voice for the Jivātmā. I don't know how to use it in English. So we should use passive voice for the, that means Jivātmā is bewildered. And Maya bewilders. And Jivātmā is bewildered. But here, Here Mumuhe is Jivātmā got bewildered. Okay, anyway. So Saha Mumuhe, Jivātmā got bewildered. After what? Vilokya. When he got bewildered? Vilokya. When? After seeing. Vilokya means after seeing. After seeing of what? After seeing what? Prakritim. Srijatim prakritim. Gunaihi vichitraha prajaha srijatim prakritim. So after seeing what? After seeing the prakriti. After seeing the prakriti, he got bewildered. So what kind of prakriti this is? This prakriti is Srijati means creating. What she is creating? Prajaha. What she is doing? She is creating. Srijati means creating, the one creating. So what she is creating? She is creating the prajaha. Prajaha means various bodies. What that body? King body, Brahmana body, and queen body, dog body, cat body, this many demigods body, so many bodies she is creating. And all they are of Prakriti only. Sarupaha prajaha srijatim. By what she is creating? She is creating all these bodies by Gunaihi vichitraha. By three modes. This Prakriti is wonderful actually, you know. She make the wonderful world for you actually. So many beautiful things. Nice sky, beautiful ocean or beautiful river, and just on top of bank of that river there are the hills and blue clouds, and they are reflecting on that water. Water is completely looking as blue, and then in that hills sun is setting with the red color, and that is reflecting on that blue color water, and how it looks so beautiful, you know. Like this, different bodies. Prajaha means bodies. Beautiful woman, beautiful man, beautiful eyes. So many things are being created by her. And such a creator she is. And by seeing her, this Jivātmā got bewildered. Why? Why she got bewilderment? Now you have to see here. Jnana guhaya. What is said? Jnana guhaya. Because of Jnana guha. Jnana guhaya means because of Jnana guha. What is the Jnana guha? Guha means, you know, cave. What cave does? Cave covers. So when it covers, nothing can enter. Everything will be inside dark. Yes or no? Did you go any time into the cave? If you go inside the cave, will you see any light, any air? Nothing. No light and no air. You'll be getting sweating also. And you'll be feeling so much. So dark. This Jivātmā is getting bewilderment because of Jnana Guha. What is that Jnana Guha? That Jnana Guha is nothing but avidya. That Jnana Guha is nothing but avidya. This Jivātmā is covered by the Guha, cave. Jivātmā is kept in cave by Maya. Maya is keeping Jivātmā in a cave. This cave is nothing but avidya. So, being in the cave, Jivātmā is not able to know. Not able to know himself. Who am I? He doesn't. Jivātmā can stop his consciousness to enter, otherwise that means to claim, that means he can stop claiming the vrittis which are produced in Antakarana as his own. He can stop that. The Jivātmā can do that. But unfortunately, it is covered with the cave. So being in the darkness, even Paropi, even he is better than the pleasure, whatever comes from the creation of the Maya. Maya created so many prajaha. From them, pleasure potency one Jivātmā can derive through the vrittis. Jivātmā derives means Sukha Dukkha vrittis are created. Jivātmā is entering into that and thinking that I am happy. But it is claiming the vrittis, Sukha and Dukkha vrittis, what are produced in the Antakarana. But Jivātmā can actually stop claiming that, and if he just to dwell himself, it can get even more pleasure than that pleasure. But it cannot do that. What is that? It is covered by the cave. Cave is the avidya, which is a product of the prakriti. It is the product of the prakriti. Now, from this story, you should understand, you should establish that Jivātmā is also Shakti. Jivātmā is also Shakti. Otherwise, Jivātmā possesses Shakti. Both are true. How to say this? Here, two energies are working. One is Prakriti. It is taking the Jivātma's consciousness away, outward. It is taking the consciousness of Jivātma outward. Not to allow that Jivātma, that Prakriti is not allowing Jivātma to concentrate on himself. Is it allowing? No. Prakriti all the time, what it is doing? It is creating the beautiful objects and taking away the consciousness of Jivātma outward. That means that kind of thing it is doing means it is energy or not. Prakriti is energy or not, it is energy. It is able to attracting power, energy is there in the Prakriti. So due to that, it is taking the Jivātma's consciousness away from himself, not allowing to dwell on himself, not allowing to become Atmaram. And what it is doing? Muhe, taking away. And also that it is covering with this energy of the avidya, it is covering Jivātma. And one more thing, Jivātma is watching the different products of the Maya and getting the bewilderment. The reason is he is covered with the avidya. Why he is covered with the avidya? Point is Bhagavad Gnana Abhava. Swabhavatah Bhagavad Gnana Abhava. So then why it is not there in that? There is no question of that. You should not. When it is said Anadi, if there is Adi, then you can ask. If there is a beginning for that, then you can ask who made like that. If there is a beginning for the Jivātma, Then you can ask that question. When I say there is no beginning for the Jivātmā, then why? No question of it. Anyway, that is another. So, here, Jivātmā is being attracted by Maya. And also Jivātmā is covered with the avidya. Jivātmā is watching the different vrittis produced by the mind. To do all these, that means Jivātma's consciousness she is taking away, means Jivātmā can have the Shakti which can take that consciousness inwards also. Means Jivātmā possesses what? Shakti or not? Jivātmā can possess Shakti or not? If two are fighting means two are having energy or not? Jivātmā is fighting with the Maya or the Maya is fighting with the Jivātmā. That means Maya is acting against the Jivātmā. And where Maya is energy, that means Jivātmā also should be energy or not? Energy. So this is establishing Jivātmā is not just consciousness without Shakti. But Jivātmā is Shakti, it is possessing Shaktitvam. Or otherwise, Jivātmā is Shaktiman, is possessing the Shakti. And that Shakti is Sarupa Shakti. By that Shakti, what he can do? He can meditate on himself. That means he can work on himself. He can dwell in himself. He can dwell in himself. That is known as Atma Ramaha. He can do that. But it is not allowed. For doing that also, it needs little amount of bhakti. I already said. Without help of bhakti, he cannot do that also. Little amount of bhakti is needed. Without bhakti shakti, Nishkama Karma Yoga also cannot give the result. When he is come out from the guha, Jnana Guha, that means this guha is removed. And if he is covered with the what? Guha is removed and he is covered with the vidya. Vidya means is completely is a light. This is a Sattva-guna. Then Jivātmā is covered with the Sattva-guna. Then he will come to know. This is also product of the Maya only, Vidya. But Maya, when it will allow him to wear the Vidya and remove the Avidya, for that also Maya needs the help of Bhakti. Without Bhakti, Maya cannot do that also. So that's why without Bhakti, nothing is going to happen in this world. Even your medicine is also functioning means with the Bhakti only. The Bhagavad Kripa means Bhagavad Kripa is needed. I mean Bhagavad Kripa here. Bhagavan's Shakti is needed. That also can see some other time. So everywhere in the Shastra, what is said? Lord is wonderful. Lord's Shaktis are wonderful. And these are all. Everything belongs to him only. You are also belong to him. The small particle also belong to him. The small particle also is belonging to him. We are all belonging to him. Everything is belong to him. This just is going on. When onwards? Without beginning. Without beginning. It's not that it's a sequential process. Paramatma is also there from the Anadikala and Avidya also is there from the Anadikala. All are there from the beginningless. There's a whole process happening. This Jivātmā can relish himself also by accepting the Nishkama Karma Yoga process. This Jivātmā go and merge into the Brahman also. This Jivātmā can serve the Lord, can enter into the bhakti vrittis. It can be covered. So remove this avidya also. And if you don't want the vidya and avidya, if you want to be covered with the body, which is made up of the Lord's Sarupa Shakti, that means bhakti, then that also can happen. This consciousness, Jivātmā, is nothing but what? Is a consciousness, is a Shakti. Can associate the body given by the Lord. That means Sarupa Shakti of the Lord, Antaranga Shakti of the Lord. And there also vrittis are there. In that it will enter and it can serve. And it can be more happy. Entering into the Maya is worst. Entering into himself is very, very beginning of the spiritual bliss. Beginning of spiritual bliss. So whatever the bliss is there, same bliss. That means whatever the bliss it gets when it dwells inside, the same bliss it will get when it go and merges into the Brahman. So that's why Brahman realization is nothing but the realizing, dwelling in himself. And this Jivātmā can enter into the vrittis of the bhakti and enjoy that also. 3. This much only said in the Shastra for the pleasure. This much only. These 3 energies are sufficient to understand all the Shastric statements. You don't need to consider any further energies. One is energy which is cause for the Lord's Swarupa himself. And another energy is, which is creating the actions or creating the objects which are away from the Lord. Who is doing that? For that you need to consider one energy, that is Bahiranga Shakti. Bahiranga means it is acting outward to the Lord. Outward to the Lord means unfavorable to the Lord. That's why it is known as Bahiranga Shakti. It is creating so many. Why he created Maya? What is this nonsense question you are asking? Why he created Maya means? He is the enjoyer and it is there from the time beginningless. Why he created the Jiva like this? It is there from Anadi. It is a source. All these energies, it's a play, it's energies. And who are you to ask this question? Who are you to ask this question? Why he created and why he created? Who are you? That is your ahankara actually. Who are you? What is your value of your intelligence and your situation? But just insignificant energy particle of him. And this is the situation. If you want to get out, if you want to enjoy with him, go and enjoy. Otherwise, be here. Be here and dwell in yourself or try to dwell in the Maya. Do whatever you want. You cannot change the whole creation. By your desires, creation will not be changed. That is ahankara actually. This is the needed. Bahirmukata is there in us. Okay. So Shastra is telling to surrender to the Lord. After all hearing all this philosophy, what should happen? One should surrender to the Lord. Otherwise, no value of studying this. Useless. Is all polemics should lead to the surrender to the Supreme Lord. Understand, our position is insignificant actually. And that insignificant Jiva is questioning the creation of the Lord and his energies. Shastra is so merciful and telling to all of you these clues. It is giving all this information. Very mercifully, he only created this Shastra. That means Shastra he only gave. That's his energy only. And we are suffering here and he gave solution to us. And after hearing his explanation of his creation and you are questioning him, you want to question him. Huh? You want to question him. How much pride you have actually. Ahankara. Who are you to ask question? Why you created only 5 hands for us? Why you created only 1 head? Why not 2 heads for every human being? Why you created 2 eyes? Why you kept the kidney? You can ask these questions. Why human beings have 2 legs? Why not they have the 6 legs? अरे कुछ पूछने के लिए भी कुछ औकात तो रहना है ना. क्या औकात है तुम्हारा? तो आपको इंटेलिजेंस है क्या? आपको इंटेलिजेंस डिसाइड करेगी? Your intelligence will decide how the Lord should create. This is the disease actually. Try to understand what is the reality, fact. Should understand the fact and surrender to Him. That is only the solution. You cannot. There are infinite things are there to understand. By your intelligence, you cannot understand with this material intelligence, which is nothing but what? Is a product of the Maya. Your intelligence is product of the Maya. And with that intelligence, you want to understand the creator of that? The intelligence is also created by Him. By that, you want to understand His activities? This is the big problem actually. So we all should become humble servants of Him. It's wonderful He created this. No imperfection in His creation. It's a play. It's a whole play actually. All His energies are acting. He creates and his enjoyment actually. He glances on the Prakriti and she creates the new Brahmandas and he enjoyfully enters there. All the Srishti Leelas also for His pleasure only. He's not cheating you. He's giving everything and He is asking you to go back to the God. He gave this Shastra. So merciful He is. Is there from the without beginning we are. So you have to accept now Shakti. Jivātmā is nothing but Shakti because there is a battle between the Maya and Jiva. Na? What Maya is doing? Maya is covering. It means it is applying its energy. Energy is applied on another energy. So Maya is Jivātmā is trying to Jivātma's nature is what? Inside. That Shakti, Jivātmā Shakti acts inside. That means act inside means Jivātmā dwells in on himself. But that is not happening. That should happen, but that is not happening. Means Jivātma's consciousness is taken out. That means Maya acting outward is attracting and taking the consciousness of Jivātmā outwardly. So that is happening means Jivātmā also should be Shakti or not? Should be Shakti. How it can act on the just Gnana Matratmakaha? It cannot. How Maya can act on just Gnana Matratmaka? It's not. Okay. So we'll go to the next. अत्र विलोक्य इत्यनेन मुमुहा इत्यनेन ज्ञानगूहया इत्यनेन च पराग्भूतायाः प्रकृतेः तत्कृताद् अज्ञानाच्च प्रत्यग्भूतं यज्ञानं तत् तस्य स्वरूपशक्तिरेव. This jnana shakti is the swarupa shakti of the Jivātmā. So that jnana shakti is suppressed by the avidya or covered by the avidya, and after that, so that Jivātma's consciousness is taken out towards the products of the Maya. So that means Jivātmā is having the Shakti. What kind of Shakti? Gnana Shakti. That is Swarupa Shakti of the Jiva. Like sun. Sun is having Swarupa Shakti or not? Yes. What kind of Swarupa Shakti? Light energy is the Swarupa Shakti of the sun. Light energy is the Swarupa Shakti of the sun. Similarly, this particle is also having the Swarupa Shakti. That is what? Gnana Shakti. Cognizing power. Cognizing power. Gita also is saying, Sri Gita-upanishads. Sri Gita-upanishadascha tatha. Agnanena avritam gnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. Agnanena avritam gnanam. That means Jivātma's gnana shakti is covered by the agnana, means avidya. So then, tena, by that, muhyanti jantavaha. That means all the living entities are now identifying, not able to know themselves. When you are kept in the dark room, can you see yourself? You cannot see yourself. Similarly, when Jivātmā is covered by the cave, what is that cave? Avidya. Then Jivātmā can know itself. I am Jivātmā. I am the soul. I am not the matter. Can it know? It cannot know. It cannot know. That is said. Actually, you can see. One second. Just give 1 second. Vishwanath is also saying, Prakritim vilekya saha Jivātmaya prakruto sthita sadhyaha Prakriti sansargamaya eva gnana guhaya mane prakrutehe avidya. Gnana guha mane prakrutehe avidya vritya yuktaha mumuhe swarupam visasmara. Swarupam visasmara. Jivātmā forgot his Swarupa. What is the Swarupa of the Jivātmā? I am soul. This is lost actually. Mumuhe means bewilderment. Bewilderment means what? Yesterday I said. Actually, Tadvati Atadgnanam. Tadvati Atadgnanam. That means that is rope, but you are seeing that rope as snake. So that is bewilderment. Now, Jivātmā is, by nature, he is a chit. He is a gnana swarupam. His swarupa is gnanamayam. His swarupa is gnanamayam. But it is not seeing that. It is seeing himself as body. So that's why Jivātmā being covered with the avidya, swarupam vismasmara. That means this gnana shakti, why I am telling very again and again, you have to catch subtle points are there. Don't think that I just samajh mein aa gaya. So nothing actually, you will not get. Thinking like that is not getting actually. So if you fragment the every detail, then knowledge will be revealed clearly to you, and then you will be convinced to surrender to the Lord. That helps actually for surrendering to the Lord. But if you take the things very grossly, if you understand the things very grossly, that means inside your ignorance will be still there, then that ignorance will not allow you to surrender to the Lord fully. Shastre yuktecha nipunaha. Rupa Goswami is saying in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the Shraddha is 3 types. Uttama Shraddha, Madhyama and Kanishta Shraddha. Who is Adhikari for the doing the Suddha Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? That means Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, which is nothing but Suddha Bhakti. Uttama Bhakti, already we said. Uttama Bhakti is 3 types, na? Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava and Prema. To do that Sadhana Bhakti, who is Adhikari? He is explaining 3 Shraddhas in that Adhikari word to which he gave. We have the Uttama Shraddha. Who has? Uttama Shraddha means what? Shastre yuktecha nipunaha. You don't get surprised actually. Prabhu, this is needed? Yes. At any life, maybe in this life or previous life, you should be knowing the reality properly. The said thing. Then only you will be getting the Shraddha to do the Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is done through the Shraddha. Shraddha means what? Becoming expert in Shastra and Yukti. And having the Drudha Shraddha in the Lord. And then he is the Adhikari actually. Okay? So that's why I think every word clearly, it helps to develop such a strong Shraddha, which is helpful to enter into the pure devotion. Okay. So now, this Jivātmā is having this Swarupa Shakti. What is that Swarupa Shakti? That's nothing but Gnana Shakti. So by that Gnana Shakti, that means Gnana, if you have Gnana Shakti means you can know. What Jivātmā can know? I am soul. This it can know. By using that Shakti, what it can know? I am soul. I am not this Maya. I am soul. This kind of knowledge that Shakti can make to, that means make to know that Jivātmā. It can make that Jivātmā to know himself as I am soul. That Shakti can do that. But now that Shakti is what? Is covered by the avidya. And on the opposite, so that Shakti is bewildered actually. That cognizing Shakti is bewildered and understanding yourself as now the body. Vrittis you are entering and claiming that they are all you only. This is a problem. Okay? We established Jivātmā is not Jnana Matratmaka. One more thing. Shakyantaram cha ahu sayadajaya tomajam anushiyata gunamscha jushan bhajati sarupatam tadanu mrutyumapeta bhagaha saha yad ajaya tu ajam anushayita gunamscha jushan bhajati sarupatam tadanu mrutyumapeta bhagaha. So to jivaha yad yasmat ajaya mayaya ajam avidyam anushayita alinget tataha gunascha dehendriyad din jushan sevamanaha atmataya adyasyan tad anu anantaram tadanantaram sarupatam tad dharma yogam cha jushan apeta bagaha pihita anandadi gunaha san mrityu samsaram bhajati prapna. Very important point. This Jivātmā is having the Gnana Shakti, good. By that Shakti, what it can do, what Jivātmā can get from that Shakti, it can know itself as soul. Yes, very good. And is there any Shakti in that Jivātmā? Or is there? Oh, yes, it is there. One more Shakti also. What is that Shakti? Ananda, bliss. It can get the, it is nothing but it is also having the bliss potency. That Jivātmā is having the bliss potency also. What it can do with that bliss potency? That Jivātmā can enjoy. Bhokta. We can enjoy that bliss potency. That means it's not just a cognizing power. It is also bliss power. Cognizing power. It's not only just cognizing power, but it is also bliss power. Bliss energy, whatever. That means there are other Shaktis also there in that Jivātmā. There are other Shaktis also there in that Jivātmā. That is said. How to establish that? Jivātmā is also having the bliss potency. With that, it can enjoy bliss. It can get bliss with that bliss potency. How can you say? So, sa yad ajaya tu ajam anushayita gunamscha jushan. This saha means jivaha. See, saha means jivaha. Saha jivaha. Not difficult, very easy. Sanskrit also. Saha kaha, saha jivaha. What it is doing then? Yad yasmat ajaya mayaya. Ajaya mayaya. Ajam avidyam anushayita alinget. The Jivātmā is embracing. Alingan karna. Embracing what? So embracing the avidya. Is embracing the avidya. That means avidya is now covering. So avidya is covering by what? So through the maya. So Jivātmā, otherwise you can say Jivātmā is embraced by the avidya, by maya. Same point. Then what happened? Tataha, then. Tataha means then. Gunamscha, that means Dehendriyadin, that means male body, female body, or king body, devata body, all these bodies. Jushan means enjoying. The Jivātmā is now enjoying the male body, female body, this body, that body. Jushan means sevaman, he is serving the body now. He is not serving himself, he is serving the body, being covered by the avidya. That means, serving means Atmataya adyasan. Atmataya adyasan means it is thinking that that body is himself. He is having the cognizing power or not? Yes. And with that cognizing power, actually, if he is not covered by the avidya, then he will identify himself as soul. That cognizing power will help him to know himself as soul. But no, that cognizing power is covered by the avidya. So that's why it is functioning wrongly. Like your eyes. When these eyes are covered with the tamoguna, then what? You have your cognizing power is working wrongly. Instead of seeing the snake, you are seeing, instead of seeing the rope, you are seeing the snake. Your eyes are seeing or not? But it is wrongly. Similarly, Jivātmā is having the cognizing energy, cognizing power. Why that? It should know itself. But it is now being covered by the avidya is Atmataya adyasan. What? These bodies, they are thinking as Atmataya means they are thinking as self. Adyasan means imposing. So, imposing that body as himself. Then after Tadanu, after imposing like that, then what happened? Tadanantaram, after that, Sarupatam tad dharma yogam jushan. And then, after identifying himself as body and whatever the different qualities are there, that body. Body means subtle and gross. There are various vrittis because of the interaction of the senses, because of interaction of the mind and ahankara and intelligence. Various vrittis are formed. And this Jivātmā is considering all the qualities which are produced. That means dukkam, sukham, jealousy, enviousness, this, that, which are produced in the, which are nothing but the qualities of the antakarana, claiming those are all as his own qualities, because it is considering this body is his own, he himself, then qualities also his own qualities. I am jealousy, I am envious, I am this, I am that. All this. Skip on. They Jushan, here the main point is coming. Apeta pakaha pihita anandadi gunaha. His own bliss is there. Whatever I said, Jivātmā is possessing the bliss potency also. What happened to that bliss potency? Pihita, that is locked actually. Because when this Jivātmā is covered with the avidya, that ananda, that bliss potency is locked. Pihita ananda. Pihita means what? Locking. From where you are taking pihita locking? Here in the sloka it is there. Apeta bhagaha. Bhaga means what? So Shakti actually. Ananda Shakti and so on. These Shaktis, these natural Shaktis which are there in that Jivātmā, that is bliss. And so these are all locked actually. Then San Mrityum Samsaram Bhajati. Then again and again. It is entering into samsara, means entering into the various bodies. This is the phenomenon. Okay. Tatha. There is one more sloka to establish that it is having. That means what is the difference between this sloka and previous? In the previous sloka we established Jivātmā is having the Gnana Shakti, and in this sloka we established Jivātmā is having other Shaktis also. Like example, bliss potency. Next to Tatha, that means like that. Tat Sangha Brahmshitair Aishwaryam Samsarantam Kubaryavat Tad Gatir Abudasyeha Kim Asat Karma Bhavet. Bechara ye Jivātmā. Tasyaha Pumschali Rupayaha Mayayaha Sangena Brahmshitam Aishwaryam Kinchit Swiya Gnanadi Samartyam. Yes. Here main point is see. Tat Sangha Brahmshitaihi Brahmshita Aishwaryam Samsarantam Kubharyavat Tad Gatir Abhudasya Iha Kim Asat Karma Bhavet. Maya Pumschali Tasyaha Pumschali Rupayaha. Maya is what? Pumschali. This Jivātmā is associating Maya. Maya is what? Pumschali means she always does nasty activities. That's why she is always shameful actually. She will never come in front of the Lord. Jivātmā, Lord's Antaranga Shakti, Sarupa Shakti always does such activities which bless to the Lord. And what Maya does? Maya always does such activities which are away from the Lord. And this Maya cannot act on the Lord. It cannot influence on the Lord because Lord is situated in his own Sarupa Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, and he is always enjoying. So this Maya cannot go in front of him also. Why? She is shameful actually. She is shy. He is feeling shy because she is doing the nasty activities. What are those? But Lord is merciful on her also. So, but she is having, that means feeling guilty and not coming in front of that. What kind of guilty activity she is doing? This Jivātmā, she is catching whoever is not having the Bhagavad Gnanam, so catching and keeping on engaging them in the creating various objects and bewildering this Jivātmā. And this Jivātmā being in association of her, Kubharyavata, he is not turning towards himself at least. I am soul and let me enjoy. He is not doing that. and also he is not serving the Lord. He is not doing either of these two. Of course, what is that? Swiya gnanadi samarjam. Swiya gnanadi samarjam. That means this Jivātmā. Swiya means by own, himself. Who? Jivātmā. Himself, Jivātmā himself, what it is having? Gnanadi samarjam. Is having the potency. Jivātmā is having samarjam, means ability. What kind of ability? Gnana. That means it can know, it can have cognizing power. That means it can know himself as soul. I am soul. Adi. Adi means it can get enjoy in himself. He have the bliss potency in himself. It can get bliss from that potency. Of course, it is there. But it is coming out from that. Brahmshita Aishwaryam. It is losing that Aishwarya. Losing that Aishwarya means not able to know. Like he is having his own garland in his neck and is looking for the garland. Where is my garland? Like that. That means he is unaware. It is there, but he is unaware. Jivātmā is possessing all this. Gnana Shakti and bliss potency and so on. So, but he is unaware. And he is associating with the Maya. Who is Pumshali? Who does nasty activities? She always does activities which are unfavorable to the Lord. And he is following her path. Jivātmā is tasyaha gati. He means her path. Samsarantam is gachantam jiva. Jiva is going on her path. Swaswarupam abhudasya. That means he is not knowing his own swarupa. He is a Shakti, he is having swarupa Shakti, and he is not knowing that. What can we do then? What can we do for this Jivātmā? So you should go and preach. What you can do? After knowing this, you should apply to yourself and you should know and go and preach. This should be done. There is one more sloka. Ishwarasya vimuktasya karpanyam uta bandhanam. Here Ishwara means kinchit gnanadi shakti mataha. Here Ishwara means Jivātmā. Jivātmā is what? Kinchit gnanadi shakti mataha. Who is having the little bit gnana, little bit ananda potency, little bit this is. This Shakti is who possesses, is known as what? Jiva. Thank you very much. We'll end today's class here. And tomorrow we'll be discussing. So today is Friday, na? It's a Saturday. That's why few only came. I understood. Saturday and Sunday you are all busy. But still we cannot stop this. If we stop, you will forget everything. And I cannot, it's difficult for me to do. So we'll continue. And you can hear whenever you have free time. Sure, not there. Sure. Thank you very much for kind and patient hearing. Yeah, we'll continue. Definitely we'll continue. So still lot is there. Tomorrow, actually, Brahma Sutras, Vedanta Sutra, we should know. Based upon the Vedanta Sutra also, we are going to establish this Jivātmā is nothing but Shakti, or otherwise Shaktimana. You can say both. Already I said today, to remove the confusion. So this Jivātmā is having the different Shaktis. It's not just Gnana Matratmaka awareness, the way Advaitins they treat. Vishal Kumar, probably.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Danvat Pranam. Thank you for the great lecture. I have a question about the status of the Jivātmā after the liberation. So there can be several kind of status. For example, the realization of Brahman, realization of Paramatma and Bhagavan. I want to talk about realization of Brahman when one gets the realization from Brahman, Maya still stops working on it because he has the knowledge of God in that state still. So at that stage, the bliss potency is also activated. So first point is that if this bliss potency is there, why are we still seeking for the bliss of serving the Lord? And second point, if one is situated
Oh,
at that place,
bro, please go. So you are saying, I am trying to understand your point. You are saying that you are speaking about the Brahman realization.
yes,
Jivātmā is having bliss potency. So when it is liberated, so Maya is not acting on it. Huh? You are saying this?
yeah, like that is that true? That is the assumption when one is Brahman realized.
Brahman realized, see, Brahman realization means you will be in this body and realize the Brahman. That is known as Jivan Mukta stage. And you can permanently leave this body and go and merge into the Brahman. That is a done. That is the permanent one. So once if you go and merge into the Brahman, you will never come back. But when you are in this body, Jivan Mukta, and you realize Brahman, that means you are seeing the no difference between yourself and Brahman. For that, you should use the Ashtanga Yoga process and so on. So several ways are there. So then in that stage, from the Jivan Mukta state, you may fall down actually. When you can fall down, if you thus mean Anadruta Ishmatangraya, only one case, this liberated Jivātmā can come back into the clutches of Maya again if that Jivātmā commits any offense towards the Lord. Then it will, towards the Lord or devotees, immediately then Maya take charges on him because of that offense. Because Jivātmā is able to cross the Maya's influence because of little bhakti. Even in the Brahman realization also, there is a need of the bhakti. Without bhakti help, Jivātmā cannot come to even to the Brahman Jivan Mukta stage also. And now, such a Jivātmā who got already who get out from the Maya's influence, but now, if it commit offense, immediately Bhakti Maharaj takes her mercy on him. Ja, chale jao. Then immediately it will fall down actually. You understand?
Yeah, I understood.
But Jivātmā, when it go on merge into the Brahman, then it is not going to come back. Where there is no chance after merging into the Brahman, then there is no chance to commit any offense. You are there. That's permanent. If you want to understand this, recently we discussed actually in the 10th canto, 2nd chapter, sloka number, what is sloka number? 36 or something like that. So you can hear my lecture in the 28th or 27th or 28th lecture in our Golokvani only. So 10th canto, Sri Krishna Janma Leela. In that, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains this everything clearly actually. So, okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm having another thing in mind. So those who are already liberated stage in Brahman, like what happens to them? Like, what is the mindset of them? Like, do they still want to
There is
go
no
to
mind. There is no mind.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
There is no mind, nothing.
Yeah.
We will get mind either by Maya or either by the Antaranga Shakti or the Bahiranga Shakti. So mind can be formed by either of two, but you rejected both. You don't want both actually. And that is the Brahman state.
Yeah. So as we hear sometimes
this particle, this Jnana Shakti entered into the Brahman, which is nothing but Jnana Shakti. Gone. That's all.
Yeah, but from there one can go to the abode of Lord to serve him.
No, it's a most hellish situation actually. Brahma realization is worse than the going to hell. Because if you go to the hell, you have a chance to get the association of devotees and go back. Only the possibility of Jivātmā to go to the Lord is what? Association of the devotees. Without where is the possibility of associating devotees in that? Brahman realization state. There is no. There is no, that's why there is no scope. But that's why Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, and Sarishti. If you get these muktis, you can go back further. But if you get Sahaja Mukti, it's worst actually. So that's why in the Rupa Goswami says, in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, these 4 muktis are is a kind of, that means better than the Sahaja.
Okay. So if one is in Sayojya Mukti state, he is like in Brahman
Gone.
eternally. That's all.
Gone.
Okay. Thank you.
Akarshit.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Okay.
Prabhuji, my question is that the fight between Maya and the Jivātmā that is going till an unlimited number of lifetimes. We always, the Jivātmā always tries to dwell in itself, but Maya take away from it. So is there any time when this fight going to end, or Jivātmā become? Every time we practically see when we try to do bhakti, Maya is always trying to distract us. Is there any time come when
wait,
we
wait. बहुत स्पीड चल रहा है तो इधर मैं एक पॉइंट बोलूंगा उसके बाद आप I will tell one point and then answer. So this fight means actually Jivātmā is not fighting, it surrendered actually to Maya. It defeated actually. It is defeated, you can say. So it's controlled, it is captured actually. Bandi banaya. He's in the gufa, cave. So in the dark cave. How long it will go on? So to come out from this, only the solution is, it needs the Jivātmā by itself, it cannot come. This of course is powerful, but it cannot come because already it is in the clutches of Maya. So to come out, it needs the support. That support is what? So bhakti. When they does, that means bhakti. That means Nishkama Karma Yoga is one solution. Association of Jnanis are the association of the Bhaktas. Either of one is needed for him. If it is associating Jnanis, if Jnani is associated and if they say, hey, fool, you are not the body, you are the Atma, and absolute truth is Brahman, and you should go and merge into him, then that is a permanently happiness. You will not be suffering with this Maya. So that means Shastra is teaching these 2 margas to you. Either of one. So, and these are propagated by whom? Jnanis are the Bhaktas. And Bhaktas are saying that to Jivātmā, a fool. So you are Jivātmā, your part and parcel, and you are Jnana Shakti, you are this and that. And now you have to become the servant of the Lord. There is another superior potency is there than you are also potency, and your potency compared to your potency, there is another superior potency is there, which is cause of the Lord Sarupa. And that potency is very much relishing, and you should serve that. And you should get body with that Sarupa Shakti. So then someone say, then that Jivātmā, if practice for that, do sadhana for that, then getting that, forgetting that, then it will. Otherwise, if there is no association of either Jnanis or the Bhaktas, it will be infinite time, it will be like this only. Okay, ask now.
So as we are doing bhakti, so we have to struggle with our mind or Maya till death?
No, you don't need to struggle actually. Bhakti is so powerful. Already yesterday this question was asked. But why we are struggling? Because we are committing offenses, and that's why we are not getting the Bhakti Maharani's mercy directly. She is very powerful. She can save you. But to save you, you should be like king can save you from the thieves. A king can save you thieves, but you should be loyal to the king or not. You should not be offensive to the king. Yes. Then only his protection will be with you. Otherwise, you'll be kicked out from the country. And thieves will be looting you. Yes. Here, thieves will be the Maya. You will be the citizen, will be the you. And king is the Bhakti Maharani. And you are offensive to her, then what she will do? Ja, tum. Usi ke paas raho. And if you, that means you are not fully able to overcome the Maya means what? There is a lacking in your surrenderance. And also, there are offenses in your account for the superior energy. You are having offensive account with you. you remove that, then she will immediately protect you. Lord is saying, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paripasante tesham nityabhi yuktanam yogakshemam vahami. Name bhakta pranashyati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. My devotee will never perish. That means he will never be destroyed by anyone. Maya cannot do anything. He is promising. Promising. It's not a just easy statement. He is making the promise for you. Then why you are not accepting his promise? That's your problem. So that means you should work on what? After knowing, because you don't know, that's why you are not able to solve your problem. So now you are coming to know, then you try to become offenseless. Try to remove that. And for that you chant more and do the sadhana perfectly. And know more and more about him. Then your ignorance is there. Your ignorance is cause for not turning towards him fully. So that should be out by the reading the books. Read the books of our Acharyas, Prabhupada and Acharyas.
Prabhuji,
Okay.
but I do not even know about offenses. So I am
that is also problem. Offense is offense. If you don't know or know, if you go on the right side of the road, and if you are going, then traffic police will catch. You will not say that you are knowing or anything. That is offense is an offense only. Knowingly or unknowingly you do. That's why he gave solution to you. He gave the Shastra. Lord gave the Shastra, everything he gave to you. And you take it and understand and solve your problem. With the association of devotees. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Divyansh.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
It was a very nice lecture. I have some questions like as we are in the 84 lakh yonis and in the 4 lakh yonis, we are one of the most advanced species. So as we are studying about the gross body and the subtle body, in which mind, ego, and intelligence is in the subtle body. So when we change our yoni, so our subtle body goes with the our soul, or it is all.
Yes. It will go.
It
will go now.
Okay,
it will
so
go.
And what kind of that and if like animals or birds, like all other species, do they have the capacity of, means do they have the free will or choice like we humans have?
See, Shastra is meant for the humans only. It's the best, because in other species the same Jivātmā is there, and which is covered with the avidya, and whose consciousness is entering and claiming the vrittis. They're also having the mind. They're also having the intelligence. Animals also have the mind. Animals also have the intelligence, and animals have the ahankara. But that intelligence is able to produce only vrittis which are related to the eating, meeting, mating, sleeping, and defending. Ahara, nidra, bhayamaitunam. For these 4 activities, whatever the vrittis are sufficient, that much only created in that intelligence. Not more than that.
Means
so the intelligence is very little intelligence is invested, is given in that body. So this, since you are doing in this life wrong activities like animalistic activities, your intelligence is shrinking actually, and that intelligence is suitable to the getting the animal body. So that's why gone.
So means they
only
are totally controlled.
Yes. So because your present deeds are cause for the increasing intelligence or decreasing. Sanctioning. That means Paramatma will sanction. If you do good activities, then intelligence will be increased in the next time, in the next world. So humans have increased intelligence. It's not that the animals doesn't have any intelligence. They also have intelligence. They also have mind. And they also have some animals have 5 senses, some have 4, some have 3, some have 2, some have 1. They also have senses based upon the So karma, the subtle body is facilitated. That means is increased or decreased. That means subtle body means what? Intelligence, mind, and ahankara. The capacity of the intelligence is reduced or increased. Okay.
And one more question, that as we only get this subtle body in the material world, or do we have that in the spiritual world also?
In the spiritual world, it's better to comment less, because these in the mostly Shastra, what it say, it is saying us to get the spiritual body, and the dynamics of that spiritual body is not at all necessary so much for us. The intricacies or dynamics, only this much is explained to us in the Shastra. So you will be getting based upon your bhava. That means what kind of servant you want to become. You want to become a lover servant? You want to become a lover devotee? You want what kind of devotee you want to become? Lover? You want to become a mother? You want to become friend? You want to become servant? What kind of relationship you want? So with the Lord. So that kind, based upon that relationship, you will be given with the body, spiritual body. And in that body, compared to this material body, it's a million times is powerful actually. So much actually, and it is not described in any Shastra. You don't need actually, because you are in the material world. What you should come out, and outcomes of that body is explained. If you go to the Madhuri Rasa, you will be getting so much pleasure, and so those are all. So those are all. So Lord Dadami Buddhi Yogam, there Vishwanath is saying how you are going to get that body and how many intricacies are there, and understanding that the Sarupa Shakti's functions is not whatever necessary for the service of the Lord. Lord will give that much intelligence to you to understand in that spiritual world. And Sarupa Shakti of the Lord is infinite and it's innumerable. It's beyond to the capacity of the Jivātmā's awareness. So, okay, so it's not necessary and speculate on that. It's much powerful than the material body. But in the material world, you need this explanations, mind, intelligence, these intricacies and functions, their interactions is needed, because you have to understand what is happening in your life and what activity and who is behind this and who are you. To understand this analysis is needed. But in the spiritual world, no need. Okay.
And in the material world, like we are having whatever we are seeing, it is stored in the mind, and we have discriminative powers in the intelligence, like what is good or what is bad. So when we are changing and going to heaven or hell, so do we have all those memories there to recall?
All the memories are there in hidden form, in the inactive form. So all samskaras are there. This is known as aprarabdha karma, or otherwise, so which is not giving the result, but they're all samskaras are there. And you will be given with the more better body than the human body to enjoy.
Means both in heaven or hell, like.
Yeah. In hell also you'll be getting the body, yatana sarira, which cannot, you'll get pain, but it will not be destroyed. When we put in the hot oil, the 1,000 degrees, 10,000, human body will be just, it will be what? It will be melted. But that body will not be melted. But pain will come, same.
So means on the earth only with the gross body we are our memories are hidden, but not in the other planetary system.
What is that? In the subtle body is there everywhere in that higher planetary system or lower planetary system, but you will be getting the gross body differently. Subtle body is there in animals also, everywhere. Soul is accompanied with the subtle body. Until unless if you get Brahman realization, or otherwise you'll become full-time that means devotee, perfect devotee. Subtle body, material subtle body will be there. Any go up or down, but gross body changes based upon the planet, conditions of the planet.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, all
So,
clear. Thank you.
Shantan,
Hare Krishna.
Shantanu Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, one question I had is, come what may, we will be paid as per our karma, right? I mean, whatever karma we have accumulated in our past life, good or bad, I mean, we will be reaping that in the present life, correct?
Yes.
So the point is, I mean, this makes it all the more difficult for me to understand that, that, even if I do any activity, I mean, it's going to reap some kind of a karma, and whether it'll be good or bad, I really don't know. For example, I may help a person out of his need, but whether the person is going to take that benefit in the right way, I'm not really sure. For example, I can give some money to a
Prabhu.
poor person. Now, if that
Understood.
Yeah,
Understood.
go
Prabhu.
ahead.
It's a regular question. It's not a new question. So I want to answer. So
Okay.
you are saying that everything is controlled by the previous karma. Yes?
Correct,
Then
correct,
what is the
correct.
hope for the any result? This is simple. You want to ask this.
Yes, yes.
Simple. But here you are having the use the current amount also. Like in the bank, you have the old balance, last year balance, and also this year you can earn and you can put that, and you can enjoy that both in this moment. So similarly, you earn in the karma in the last life, and also you are earning in the present activity also, and both will be adding, and then the result is coming. So that's why if you are giving to the donation to anyone, one thing is his previous karma is also acting, and also your punya is also this is also result of the karma. Punya is also result of the karma. This is also acting actually. So
No.
you
Yeah.
So that's why my point is result is not just based upon the previous karma, but it is also dependent on the present karma in this body. It
No,
will it will
sorry
that means
to interrupt, Prabhuji.
yeah. That means in this life, what is happening? It's not that just because of previous karma only everything is happening. No. It is happening because of that means previous karma, whatever is there, after doing something here, and that is getting mature, and then that started giving the result. And some are ready to give the result, and some are already gave the result in the previous life, whatever you did, which is already gave the result to you. That means you are taking birth in certain family. That is because of what? In the previous karma, whatever became fruitful,
Correct.
that gave the result, and you got birth. And
You're
now,
right.
and remaining things are there. So how much health you should get, wealth you should get, all are decided by the already fruit. That means fruit already ripened karma is giving. These are all things for this present life. Now, in that past karma, there are so much karma is there which is not ripened, and that will become ripen because of the activities which are done in the present life, and that overall, then those who get ripened by the present activities, and then those also start giving the result in this life, in the later time.
Correct. But my question is, Prabhuji, for example, let's say that, I have done something good. Let's say that I give a donation to a person, for example, okay, I give alms to the poor. And now if he uses that for some bad purpose, let's say that, he uses that money to gamble or to drink or whatever. So am I also getting that karma added to me as a negative karma, or what? You understand my question?
Yeah, this is a different question. This is a different question. Because
this was actually the question I wanted to ask. So so
okay.
how do I ensure that that I'm doing a good karma? I mean, even if I give alms to the poor, and if he uses it for a bad purpose, so am I collecting that bad karma also?
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita is saying if you give for a wrong person donation, then that is.
But how do I know that? I don't have a control on that, Prabhuji. I mean, let's say that he says that that I'm really poor, I need money, whatever, and it melts my heart, and I give him some money. Okay, now so and he uses it for a bad purpose. So how am I responsible for that activity? And why should I get that bad karma on me? So I will not be giving any benefit from now on in that case.
No, it's not. That's why if you don't give, then you'll not get the piety also. If you see, if there is a risk is also there, there is a benefit is also there.
So it's a catch-22 situation. So how do I ensure? I mean, I know that, I should always give, so it's better to give money for spiritual activities for that matter.
Yes, very good. Wherever there is a confirmation is there, you give there. So then there is a less risk is there. What is there?
But I will be getting that bad benefit on me, right? If he uses it for a bad purpose.
Definitely you'll get.
Oh my
Because
God.
of your negligence. You are giving for the wrong person, and then you give the one apple to him and he will eat it. That's all. So instead of giving money, so where he cannot use for the wrong purpose. So gone. So you give the food, you give prasadam to them. So and you give the clothes, you give the direct benefits, and yeah. So if and also it's very intricacies, Prabhu. It's not just you cannot make it right and wrong. So he is also having a good intention, but somehow or other he is became because of someone's force he lost and he used for the wrong thing, or someone grabbed from him, and that is utilized by someone for the liquor, drinking liquor, and then also you'll get bad. So that's why karma is so subtle, you cannot control everything on the karma. You cannot analyze us. So, but then in that case, you will not get negative. Your money is ultimate end of the day. You utilize for the wrong purpose, but you give to the right person and someone grabbed from him and they utilize for the wrong purpose, and ultimately your money went for the wrong purpose. So shall I get now also the wrong result? So no, you will not get. So like this, it's a intricacies are there, karma intricacies. If you want to know, then read the Mahabharata. There are so many cases. Vyasdev explains actually this karma, how it functions. Better is give for the spiritual purposes and give the direct benefit where there is no possibility of misusing. Then it will be good. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry.
Sarup Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Prabhuji,
Hare
we
Krishna.
have been talking about Brahman realization. We have
Yeah.
also dealt with Bhagavan realization in this session. I wanted to understand where does Paramatma realization fit?
Paramatma realization also will come like this. Artho Jignasu Arthati Gnani Cha Paradarshana. This Chaturvidaha Bhajanti Sukritinaha. So in this sloka it said now these 4 people. So there Vishwanath is explaining actually. When one, so Artho Arthati Gnani Jignasu. So Arthati Gnani or Jignasu is three kinds of people. Someone meditate on the Paramatma, or someone does bhakti, not permitted. Someone does bhakti. Someone does bhakti for, clearly understand, for enjoying the spiritual Aishwarya. Someone does bhakti for enjoying spiritual Aishwarya. And so on. So then they will get the Salokya. They will be sent to the Sarishti. That means they will be given with the opulence like Lord. How Lord is having the opulence, same. When they will get that? When they does bhakti for the, they are not interested in the material Aishwarya. They are interested in the spiritual Aishwarya. Those people will get the Salokya, Samikya, Sarishti, and Sarukya. Someone is not interested in the material form, and they are also not interested in Saicha, but they want to get the beautiful body, spiritual body. Then they will get the Sarukya. Okay? If this is explained in the further 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna.
Adi Keshav.
तुमको बोला है
Okay, Adi Keshav.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I want to know
Yes.
when the Jivātmā reaches the Brahman stage, will he be there eternally, or
Yes.
he has to come back after some time?
It will be there for eternity.
Eternally. he will not never come back to the earth again.
To come back, only the reason is when he commit the offense towards the Lord, but that cannot happen, na? In the Brahman, when it go and marry, so it can offend Lord or the Vaishnavas. Anadruta Ishmadangrayaha. So there in that sloka, it is the sloka, the second chapter actually. There only Vishwanath explains and also Jiva Goswami, both commentaries you can see there. So there are two types of the mukti, two types of the not jnanis. One is the Advaitin jnanis, who consider Lord body is out of Maya, Vidya Vachana Chaitanya. With that bhakti they worship. So they get the momentary, that means instantaneous Brahman realization, and they fall down from there. Because their bhakti is defective. They do bhakti, they worship the Vishnu, but their understanding on the Lord is very wrong. They considering Vishnu as Vidya Vachana Chaitanyam. That means is out. Vidya means they say it's out of Maya only. Maya's production is Vidya and Avidya, and with that Vidya, so Lord is Ishvara is appearing. So that means their understanding on the Ishvara is wrong. So that means they are committing offense to the Lord. And with that understanding, they did bhakti. With that bhakti, with the severe austerities, even they get the Brahman realization, they fall down from there. But they are not going and merging the Brahman. They are in the body only. Jivanmukta stage they get, and immediately they fall down from there. But who does the bhakti properly? That means another jnanis, proper jnanis. They do the bhakti with good understanding. That means right understanding. Right understanding. That means Lord is Chinmaya Sadananda Vigraha. But they want Brahman realization only. They want Brahman pleasure only. They don't want to get the Bhagavad Ananda. And those people, so permanently get the Brahman relation. And that's why Brahman relation is considered as is cheap actually. Is really worse. Is worst actually. Because is Bhakti Ananda compared to that. If you take the Brahman realization, if you multiply with the 1000 into 2 into 365 into 43 lakh 20,000, with this number, if you multiply and whatever pleasure is coming with outcome, and that pleasure is even not equal to the one drop of the bhakti pleasure in the ocean of the bhakti pleasure.
Right, Prabhuji.
Okay. Namavatar.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danutana.
Pranam.
Prabhu, in the beginning of the class, you explained Jivātmā is Jnana Shakti, and the second point is Jivātmā possess Jnana Shakti. So these two things you told they are different. At the same time, I understood, maybe I understood wrong, that it is true also. And then the example of woman can be sister as well as or wife. She cannot be both. So this is just giving me a little confusion.
You have to hear whole the point. आप तो पास में भी नहीं है actually understanding. By seeing your question and I understood your understanding of the actual subject. Very far from. You have to hear once again. Then it will be easy for me to explain. Otherwise, I would explain everything.
Okay.
You are very far actually from the right understanding. Can you hear it back?
Only the example of this woman.
No. Many things you didn't get clear actually. I gave that example so to explain that achintyatvam. So why you are calling the relationship between the Shakti and Shaktiman, which is contradictory relationship it is having to one another. It is having the Veda relationship, Abheda, both are contradictory. And these relationships are there, you are accepting between the Shakti and Shaktiman. So, but in the day-to-day life, we see the relationships which are not contradictory. That means such a contradictory relationships we cannot. According to our logic, logically, if you see in the logically what relationships between any two is not contradictory. So, according to logic, we cannot understand the contradictory relationships. So that's why we give the word achintya, and I gave an example to say that in material world we see the logic. So which are understandable logic, like one to wife and sister, both she cannot. So she cannot become wife and both. That relationship is not possible. Contradicting relationships are not possible according to the logic. So, but you are accepting relationships which are contradictory. That means they are beyond logic. That's why you are giving the word achintya. Understanding?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. So the Achintya Bheda, this I understood properly. I was just a little having confusion with the example, but it's fine. Thank you, Prabhuji. Then I have one more question regarding karma. And the question is, you just now explained about aprarabdha karma. So in karma, if something has to ripen in this present life, so you tend to do this mistake to attain this result of this karma. Is it like this? Or you have this little free will, with this you can do it better, but still you will get the result, result of the karma from prarabdha or from previous birth or wherever it is. How it is going to be like this?
You can learn. If Shastra is telling to you, if you get the good association and if you learn, doing bad activities is going to give the bad result. And from there you will, because of that vidya, that is also out of the Maya only vidya. And if you get the association of the vidya, that means mode of goodness, then you will do the good activities, then the overall result will be. So the outcome is different actually. So if in the previous life you have bad activities, bad karma is there, let us assume, which is not ripen, about to ripen.
Yes.
And now if you do few more bad activities, then it will be ripen and result will come.
Yes.
But now you are not doing because of you came in touch with the mode of goodness.
Yes.
Not devotees, mode of goodness I'm saying. That means good people association. Yes, who are in the goodness. Then you started doing the good activities. Then what will happen? That will not right now because we are not doing further. So, and you can counteract that papa, whichever you did in the previous, by the karma, prayaschitta karma. Then you can counteract that with the jnana. You can counteract that with the bhakti. What is the best method? Counteracting with that previous karma with the bhakti is best. And jnana is lesser than the bhakti because it cannot remove the roots of that karma.
Yes.
And prayaschitta karma is superficially stopping the result to not to come. Okay.
But how it is, Prabhu, if you're not conscious and not in the bhakti process or bhakti realization, and
they
you
use
have
Jyotishya. They use Jyotishya Shastra. So, who according to your birth and planet's position, you can understand what you did in the previous life. What kind of karma, what kind of dosha you have.
Yeah.
Okay, that is Jyotish Shastra. The karmis they use. And the Jnanis, they will do the Nishkama Karma Yoga. They try to bear the pain and pleasure equally. That is the Jnana. And devotees, they surrender to the Lord. And they will counteract with that. What do you want to follow? You follow it.
The one who surrenders to Lord and takes shelter of the devotees or take shelter of bhakti, is this karma, the results of karma, which is just happening right now, will it get minimized or it will
destroy?
It's going to disappear.
Destroy.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Ravindra.
Ariksha Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, you mentioned during the class, Maya is very acting nasty and,
Yes.
in fact, always try to put the jivas under the Maya and, ajnana.
To
Actually,
take away Jiva's consciousness from himself and from the Lord.
But my question is, she is in fact Shakti of Krishna, and Krishna in fact wanted all Jivas to with him. He wanted to take back. We are like we are all part and parcel of God. So why she is his energy? Why she is acting against his will?
That's why she is shameful. So this is creation, Prabhu. This is there from the Anadi.
Right.
And this is the Lord's energies.
Correct.
And we have that's why Anadi it is said, Acharyas and Shastra is stopping our reasoning. Our reasoning also has the limit. We should understand this. Our reasoning is also having limit. Because with the reasoning, you cannot end to the, even if you get the some answer for that, you will ask the one more question on that. Even if you get the answer for that also, you will get one more answer, one more question for that answer. So reasoning is not going to save you. These are the Lord's energies are distributed like this. And who is telling? Sapta Pramana, Shastra is saying. And our reasoning should function in the inside to the Shastra, in the boundaries of the Shastra, not outside to the boundaries of the Shastra. Wherever Shastra is keeping limit for you to go beyond, like Anadi means beginningless. You are asking, so Anadi means there should be some starting and going. Someday I should find. Lord put the Jivātmā in this samsara, then why he put? You want to make the first of all. So Lord put this Jivātmā in this conditioning state, and then if that is accepted, then you want to ask the next question, why he is doing like that. So, but that's the Shastra is saying Anadi, no beginning. Then your reasoning is stopped there actually. You can ask the Lord also, why Lord is there? You can ask this question also. Why Lord is there? Why we are there? Why these many energies are there? Why only this kind of energies are there? This is
no, Prabhu, I understand. But another thing also, we understand that Durga Devi is for, head of this Maya energy. And Durga Devi, again, devotee of Krishna. And then we saw several stories also. So when she's, that's why, I thought.
That is a different question. She's a personification of this Maya potency. So these are Shakti. And she's a devotee. That's why she is doing service nicely.
Okay.
She's doing the service, and further she is feeling shameful actually. But she's a devotee, that's why she's feeling. Na? Otherwise, why she will feel? She's not enemy to the Lord. No potency in this creation, in the external and the material of spiritual creation is against to the Lord. Every potency is his potency only. It cannot go against it. She is using, that means she is using the Lord's energy only and doing the activities outward to the Lord. That's why it's known as Bahiranga Shakti. And that is the Lord's order only. That's why she is doing.
Okay, Prabhu, understood. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Radhanuga Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Krishna.
you may have answered this question earlier, but Prabhuji, I want to know that you'd mentioned there are two kind of jivas. We are the second ones. We always covered with avidya, and our body is made up by Prakriti. But Prabhuji, what about the first kind of jivas? Their body is
Garuda.
made
Example is spiritual body. There.
Okay. So Prakriti doesn't have anything to do with it. It's everything is spiritual. The spiritual.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sudhamai Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
Pranam.
Prabhuji, by knowing that Jivātmā is Shakti and Shaktiman, or like by knowing sun is light and it possesses light, should we understand that Jivātmā is a person or sun is a person? Like,
No, it's not having it. That's why I'm saying it's a Ekarupaha. Ekarupa. Swarupa Bhak Ekarupa. That's a small potency, that's all. It's possessor of the Shakti. That object, you can also say Jivātmā possesses Shakti. Like sun is a Gnanamayam, as a Prakashamayam, like that, this Jivātmā also is a particle with the Gnanamayam. It's a Gnanamayam. It's a particle with the full of Gnana. We are not having explanation of any Shastra saying that Jivātmā by himself have the nose, tongue, with that Shakti, some hands are made. I say it's infinitely small, undivisible it is. What I said, Anu means further undivisible. And all the faculties are given to him through the either by Maya or the Antaranga Shakti or the Bahiranga Shakti. Okay?
So we should not conclude that Jivātmā is a person.
It is particle, it is having the Swarupa, definitely, which is nothing but light, is a Gnanamayam. But you cannot say that it is having the hands and legs.
But Prabhu,
Okay.
when we say Shaktiman, like how?
What do you mean? Shaktiman means even the stone is possessing the Shakti. It's a Shaktiman. When you throw the stone, it's not possessing Shakti, kinetic energy.
It is, Prabhu.
Then, is it having the hands and legs?
No, Prabhu.
Then,
Okay.
what kind
Prabhuji.
of logic actually? Shaktiman means is having hands and legs. Where it is said? Even stones are possessing.
Okay,
Okay.
Prabhuji, understood.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Prajananda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, accept my obeisances. Glory to
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhu.
So you say that when we want to be really surrendered to Krishna, we don't have to ask questions beyond the Achintya. But when we are
beyond the
preaching,
Shastra, your logic actually in the Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu says, so Uttama Adhikari means is having the Uttama Shraddha. Shraddha means Shastre, Shabde, Shabde, Yukte cha Nipunaha. Yukti. Yukti means logic. One should be Nipunaha, means expert in the Shastra, and also he should be expert in the Yukti. And there he writes clearly, Yukti means Shastra Antargata Yuktihi. That means which is the Yukti which should follow the axioms given by the Shastra. It should be inside the boundary of the Shastra. Yukti should not be over to that. That kind of Yukti is not going to give any conclusions. So Tarka Pratishtanat, Vasudev is saying in the Brahma Sutras, Tarka, that means which is not bothering the axioms of the Shastra, Shabda Pramana. So then that kind of independent Tarka is Shushka Tarka, is not going to give, that means dry logic, that is not going to give any conclusions about the absolute truth. Okay.
yes, this is understood. But when we are preaching to ordinary people, the Tarka is they are at the level, most of the time they are at the level of Tarka. They want explanation, they want logic, they want, and they cannot conceive that the Shastra can be the Shabda Brahmana, or also that a concept of the Achintya can be also resolve their question. So how can we actually yes, preach in this for them to understand?
Actually, you attended our Shastra Pramana course?
Yes.
Yeah. So in that, how Jiva Goswami nicely is telling Gnana means, so Anubhav Gnana, Smriti Gnanam, and that Gnana is only cause for the dealing of the day-to-day things. And what is the best source for that Gnana can be attained by the 10 types of the Pramanas. That's 10 types of means, Pramanas. And out of that, so what is the best we want to find? And we found the 4 defects of the human beings are influencing the Pratyaksha and Anumana. We comprise the 10 into the 3. Then after that, so these 2 Pratyaksha and Anumana are influenced by because they are dependent on the 4, on the human senses. So that's those which are influenced by the Rajas and Tamas, and that means there are defects in their senses. So that's why the knowledge produced by the Pratyaksha and Anumana also defective. Then only one mean is remaining to you, that is the Sabda, and that Sabda also is 2 types. So that elimination process we use actually, we in front of them only. So that is a method already Jiva Goswami gave. So if anyone you want to preach really Tarkika, that means too much logician, you please use the technique given by the Jiva Goswami. And even Prabhupada also uses the same. So he established initially by the Shabda only. So Shabda he establishes, but if you want to even so much questions if they are asking, then you can take the Jiva Goswami's explanation. Shastra Pramana course is meant for that only. Actually.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, very efficient.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Narsingh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Very nice class. मुझे डांटिएगा मत प्लीज।
नहीं प्रभु,
प्रभु जी, शक्ति एंड शक्तिमान का जो ये कॉन्सेप्ट, द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ शक्ति एंड शक्तिमान, we understand that Jivātmā is Tatastha Shakti of Bhagavan. And when we say Shakti and Shaktiman, which you are explaining, is there any difference between that and this Achintya? Because there also...
Yeah. You can apply there also. Jivātmā is Shakti and the Lord is Shaktiman. And what is the relationship between this Shakti and that Shaktiman? Jivātmā being Shakti, if you consider Jivātmā as Shakti and Lord as Shaktiman, so then what is the relationship between these two? There is also Beda, and that Beda relationship is Achintya, beyond logic. In the means beyond logic. So how Jivātmā is Tatsa Shakti, Lord is Sarupa Shaktiman. So that's why the Shakti of the Lord is different, and Lord is nothing but Sarupa Shaktiman. That means Antaranga Shaktiman. And what is the relationship between the Sarupa Shakti and the Lord? There is also Beda. That means there is no difference between the Lord and his Sarupa Shakti. He is nothing but Sarupa Shakti. And Jivātmā is nothing but Tatsa Shakti. So what is that relationship between these two Shaktis? They both are different. Beda is there. And also, this Jivātmā cannot exist without the Lord. That means, so can you imagine the existence of the Jiva without the Lord? It's not possible. So that means Jivātmas, even the consciousness is spreading entire body because of the Lord's only, Lord's Chaitanya only. Everything is because of the Lord only, it is existing. So that's why the Jivātma is Shakti only, is not different from him. So in this way, Beda is, you can apply everywhere, wherever you want. All problems will be solved. Okay. Yes.
The buck stops there, bro. Buck stops at Achintya Bheda Ved.
Yes.
Thank you, bro.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for all of you for hearing kindly and patiently. Thank you very much. So we'll meet tomorrow. Please come tomorrow Sunday, but please make some time. I will be discussing further qualities of the Jivātma. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanand.